Shalom, shalom, shalom. I'm gonna let the family get in here. Get in, pull up, pull up, pull up. We're gonna talk some history, alright? Because today, knowledge shall increase, alright? Today, knowledge is gonna increase because we're gonna talk about some hidden history. Some history that's not talked about. It's not talked about because it's people hiding behind images that don't belong to them. All right, it's people out there that's literally living a lie. All right, it's people out there that's imposters. All right, they got one set of people feeling like they're niggas, slaves, and all from Africa and have no culture. But no, we're gonna refute all these lies today. Today is the day we refute the lies, all right? So pull up. Pull up. I'm going to go to some scripture. I'm going to go to Isaiah 45 and 4, all right? Let's go to Isaiah 45 and 4. It says, for Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. All right? The Most High gave us these surnames. All right? Your surname, more than likely, if you're a so-called black man, it comes from royalty of Europe. Black royalty of Europe. And even if you are a Native American, a black Native American, it don't matter. You know why it don't matter? Because I tell you, at the epoch, not even at the epoch, in the end, at the end of when the black Native Americans, after they was being slaves, during the time slavery was going on, it was black men from Europe who were merchants, who were prisoners of war, who was political figures from Europe that was fighting for King Charles, intermarrying and interbreeding with black Native Americans. All right, and this is how you so-called black Native Americans get your last name. All right, and then the other half of the black Native Americans getting their surnames was when the English came aboard and the Germans came aboard. All right, and made them switch over their names. If it wasn't a name that had something to do with nature, like Woods or Bird or White Horse or something like that, they would have took on the English surname, all right? And then once they took on the English surnames, that's when they got submitted, and that's when the documents was formed up and how they got duped out of their land, all right? It was all political upheaval in the Americas, all right? You had black Native Americans on the side of the black European colonizers because they came with the Bible. And the black Native Americans knew they were Hebrews. We have Hebrew stones in Tennessee, all right, with the commandments on it, all right? They knew that they were Hebrews, so they joined together. And then you had the heathen, the pagan Hebrews, the pagan Native Americans who did not want nothing to do with the Bible and the black colonizers who was coming bearing the Bible. So if they was in that war, they joined forces with the Edomites, with the YTs, all right? And once they joined forces, this is when all hell breaks loose, all right? You have three fractions of black people fighting against each other in the YT clan. You have the black Europeans and the black Native Americans fighting together against black Native Americans and YT people over land and over, them trying to spread the gospel of Yahweh and Yahweh, and some brothers didn't want to take it. So what happened? They got put into slavery once they got captured. All right, and that was the whole thing about slavery. All right, and then, but before that, the Roman Catholic Church already co-signed it. All right, and the thing with that was, in 1492, the Eastern Byzantine Empire fell. When the Eastern Byzantine Empire fell and all of black Europe, the black monarchs of Europe, the black popes fell, the Western Roman Empire rose. And everything got messed up in translation, because you had some brothers that was looking at it in the old Catholic way, not knowing or understanding that the kingdom been snatched, as written in the Bible. The high have got low and the low have got high, which means the Edomites got high, which was the Roman Catholic Church, and the leaders, the Negroes, which was the Eastern Byzantine Empire, it got low. So you had some brothers in the British Isles that still thought that it was a Eastern Byzantine rule, all right, not knowing that the rulership got transitioned to another hand, which was the Roman Catholic Church. And once the Roman Catholic Church got in, the Edomite YT popes got their hands on the priesthood, they tainted it. All right. So by the time everything unraveled, we was knee deep in war with each other. All right. We was knee deep in war with each other. The thing I'm saying is, we have to start utilizing and researching our surnames. Why? Because there's treasure there. It's books like Jacobite Gleaning from State Manuscripts, the short sketches, The Transportation in 1745 by J. Macbeth Forbes. If you was to get this book, it has over 2,500 surnames, I believe. 2,500 or 250. I think it's 250. Over 250 brothers coming in from, I believe, England, Ireland, and Scotland, and Wales into the colonies of America. Black men, all right? These were black men coming into the colonies with their surnames, all right? Coming from Europe, coming from the Liverpool slave trade. This is something they don't teach us. Now, why they don't teach us about the fucking Liverpool slave trade? Why? Because they were exporting the hires of the realm. They was exporting the royals, the nobles, the black royals and nobles. All right? Because Oliver Cromwell was fighting against the black King Charles II, the first. He beheaded the King Charles I, and King Charles II dug up Oliver Cromwell's body and chopped his head off. All right? Once he died. But what I'm saying is, your surnames, our forefathers' surnames, are listed in this book coming into the Americas. All right. Now, if you was to get this book and see one of your surnames listed, all you have to do is Google the man and Google the place where he come from. All right. And then claim that, black man, because your history was not erased. It was stolen and then whitewashed. We have the books. All right. So they was eradicating people out of England, Ireland, and Scotland. That was from this book, Memoirs of the Secret Services of John Mackey, Esquire, during the reign of King Williams and Queen Anne and King George I. John Mackey, Esquire, was a spy for King George. He was also a high yellow black man fighting against his cousins, the Stewarts. Now, if you was to buy this book and read how the people of the courts of Great Britain look, they were all melanated, all black. They say King Charles' sons was black just like him. All right? We should go into it. Let's go into it a little bit. All right? This is John, Duke of Newcastle. This is the Court of Great Britain, page 35 in the book Memoirs of the Secret Services of John Mackey, Esquire, during the reign of King William and Queen Anne and King George I. I'm going to jump straight down to the meat, all right? It says, Salakia, it says, he have the best estate in England and employed most of his time in improving it, is very covetous, yet makes a great figure at his seat in Yorkshire, is firm for the constitution of his country, and have one only daughter, who will be the richest hires in Europe. He is a black, ruddy complexioned man, near 60 years old. And this is John, Duke of Newcastle. Now, this is the reason why they taught us our surnames came from the slave master. Because you guys got an inheritance. All you have to do is research your surname, get these books, and see if your forefather name is documented in these books. It's easy as that, and claim it. Because you can claim it. Black man, your history was not erased. It was stolen and then whitewashed. All right? So it says he had one daughter who will be the richest hire in Europe. And this is John, Duke of Newcastle. Is of the name of Hollis. Holles. Hollis. Was Earl of Clare before the Revolution. All right? Is of the name of Hollis or Holly. So if your surname is Holly or Hollis, y'all got an estate that's one of the richest of Europe. But this is only if y'all inquire and do the due diligence. Because this is not only one person. We have hundreds of nobles that got their hires whitewashed with whiteface. All right? We're going to go to another one. Just to let y'all know how ill these books are. And they say if you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book. That's true. But the thing is, I'm not black. I'm a brown Hebrew. All right? Now, this is the Court of Great Britain. Daniel, Earl of Nottingham, Secretary of State, is the eldest son to Mr. Finch, Lord Chancellor in the reign of King Charles II, who was in fact a black man. We're going to go down to the meat. It says he is a tall, thin, very black man, like a Spaniard or Jew, about 50 years old, all right? They said he is a tall, thin, very black man. Very black man. Like a Spaniard or Jew. Whoa. So what we saying? You Latino brothers is wearing the surnames to black Spaniards? Is this what we saying? Is this what's coming out? Are y'all wearing the surnames to y'all forefathers? And these YT Edomites lied to y'all and told y'all some bullshit to hide y'all inheritance? Because it's surely inheritance in Great Britain. And if once y'all accomplish that there, how much more it is here in the Americas? They'll definitely have to drop the nukes. All right? We have books like Whence the Black Irish of Jamaica. This book was written in the 1930s. Whence the Black Irish of Jamaica. This book was written in the 1930s. The 1930s. All right? It teaches us how Oliver Cromwell sent black women, children, and men to Barbados, from Barbados to Jamaica. All right? The history is here for my brothers in the Caribbean islands. So if you want to seek reparations from the British, dig up this book. Find your forefather's name in this book, because it's there. Keon, Burke, the names are there. All you have to do is inquire, and get your people to inquire. Get your clansmen, those who share the same surname with you. Write an essay, write something up, put a memo out, put a blast out. If your surname is Burke, you are a hire to an estate in England, Ireland, and Scotland, wherever it's dwelt, wherever it's found. All right? And this is for every black man in the so-called black man, melanated brother in the Americas, Caribbean islands, Europe. All right? Because we have to be a beacon here in the Americas. We got to show the world how to do it. If it don't start here, it don't start nowhere. All right? If it don't start here, it don't start nowhere. So we need to inquire about our surnames and teach our brothers and our sisters about their surnames, so they can teach their kids about their surnames, so that YTs could come knocking at our doors and say, surely I must be related to you. Your blood must be running my vein. The history is true, and I am a Stewart, but, yeah. The Bible teaches us that. I'm going to try to get this prophecy. I'm going to try to get this prophecy. I'm going to try to get this prophecy so it can make sense. I'm going to try to get this prophecy in the KJV and see if it pops up for me. This is Jeremiah 16 and 19. O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come up to thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things where there is no profit. These are what these Edomite YTs will be saying to us once we start researching our surnames, because they're rich and it belongs to us. We have ruins, castles, ruins with our names inscribed on it in Europe, all throughout Europe. Our names are inscribed on our ruins. We wear them here in the Americas and we don't even know. The Bible told us in Jeremiah 16 and 19, O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come up to thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies. Why would they be saying that? It's because we'll be looking into our surnames. Like my last name is Jacob. My last name is Moore. How can you be a Moore in Moore, the etymology of Moore, and this, that, and the third, and woo, wham, and etc., and chastise, verbal chastise. This is what we could do. The Gentiles surely will come and say, our fathers inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. All right? And it takes all of us. We have to be a beacon here in the Americas so our brothers in the Latin Americas, in the Caribbean islands can figure it out, can get it together. They can follow the path. Like, yo, papi, I'm a Perez. Perez is from Judah. We find out that Perez is Perez, and that comes from the line of Judah. I'm Judah. And that's what our Northern Tribe brothers, our so-called Northern Tribe brothers would be saying. All right, when we inquire about our surnames, because the Most High is not the author of confusion. If he gave it to you, it's for a reason. And then you got some brothers going around changing their names to Hebrew names, changing their names to Muslim names, not knowing the riches that they surnames hold. Now, if someone was to crack the bank, crack the code, a brother like us, brothers like us, we was to crack the code and start taking them trips to Europe, and it be headline news all over the internet saying that blacks are going back to where their surnames are and are seeking reparations, and legations been approved. I bet you them brothers that changed their surnames will be like, wait, I'm a Johnson. Wait, I'm a Jones. But it takes us, all right? Because all the history is out there. This is a book called Ancient and Modern Day Brits. This book is by David McRitchie. This book talks about how the whole of Britain was black. All the tribes of Britain was black. They came from Rome. Some of them came from Rome. Black tribes from Rome. Scythians and shit like that. Like, y'all don't know how much riches y'all sleeping on. Y'all laying on a treasure. Y'all laying on treasure. Y'all sleeping on treasure trying to impress the Joneses. When all you have to do is read a book and teach your kids. Because it may not resonate to us in this time. But our kids, it's going to resonate. Because it's going to make sense. Because knowledge is increasing. The more I talk about it, the more it's going to come out. All right? There's books like What Your School Will Never Teach You by my beautiful sister, Dr. Marie Charles. Oh, I love her. She's an FBB, Foundational Black Brit. It talks about, she's taking it back. She takes the coat of arms back, the coat of arms. She dated all the way back to Africa. I'm sorry I can't show y'all the book how I really want to show y'all the book. But she dated all the way back to Africa. You know what I'm saying? And this is the history we got. You know what I'm saying? To say that we are them people. Nobody can refute this from us. It takes individuals like you to research your surname and find a treasure. Because you might be a Stewart. Now, if your last name is Stewart, oh my Lord. The riches y'all have in y'all name, and only if y'all get sound doctrine, y'all will be a force to be reckoned with on this earth. All right? Because the Stewarts believe there's something called the divine right of kings. The divine right of kings mean that their kingship been granted and given to them by the Most High Yahweh. And they even date back their forefathers to King David, which mean that the Stewarts are literally the blood of Christ. So why do I say if your surname Stewart, you are the blood of Christ? Because the Stewarts, they did their you can't be a king without knowing your bloodline. And the Stewarts dated their bloodline all the way back to Fergus the First of Ireland and the kings of Ireland. All right, and we already know about Joseph, I believe, Joseph Blessing, no, Judah's Blessing, and Joseph Scepter, something like that, with the red thread, the scarlet thread. We talking about Troy, Troy. All right, we talking about Briton, Brutus. All right, we talking about the Stewart family got a very, 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 very rich heritage, and that bloodline can fulfill prophecy if like-minded brothers with sound doctrine get on one accord. See, the problem is everybody want to be the king. Everybody can't be the king. You could be a general, You could be a bishop. You could be a saint. But there could be only one king. And the black man, the only king we could have is a Stewart. It may sound crazy. It may sound like, oh, he don't know what he's talking about. He's bugging. But I promise you I know what I'm talking about. If we raise up a Stewart, a child, if each and every last Hebrew Israelite elder with sound doctrine take this one Stewart child, pass him around, raise him, you take a month, have 12 elders raising a Stewart child. Each elder get a month. Each elder get a month for 7 years or however many years you feel the brother need. And then put him out there. Shove him in the government face. Shove him in Great Britain face. Shove him in the face. Shove him in UK face. Shove him in America face. This is our product. He's a Stewart. This belongs to him. He have the divine right to claim this. And I say it because it's written. This is not theory. This is being said because I read it. This is in King James the 6th and 1st political writings. All you got to do is Google King James and the 6th and 1st political writings. All right? And it talks about the divine right of kings. Why the Stewart family is enthroned and is in power and should always be in power until the coming of the Amashiach. Why? Because there was the Bible bearers. They translated the Bible so we could understand it. All right? This is all facts, fellas. There's a book called The Negro Question by Lee Cummins, The Missing Link. Oh my God, I got King James in the first, called The Missing Link. Come on, man. We're gonna go to some the prefix, all right? It says, this book has been designed to shed light on the missing link between the two sciences, history and genetics. We have been trained to trust without questioning what we are taught in the academia. It's called absolutism of the United States. Now a new science has emerged that has produced results that are in direct conflict with the history that is being taught in the classrooms. That science is genetics. But what is this issue, this pebble in the shoe that is putting genetics against history, the world history that is being taught in the classrooms? Omit the existence of the black Scots, the black Irish, the black Brits, the black Italians, the black French, the black Europeans that were sold directly into the American slave plantations. The history that is being taught in the classroom is in direct conflict with the eyewitnesses, the artifacts, the DNA, and surnames, last names, surnames of the blacks in the Americas. If you want to get more of that book, it's called The Missing Link, The Negro Question Part 4, The Missing Link by Lee Cummins. Alright? And this is how we're going to do it. And this is how knowledge shall increase. Because once we wake up, the YT Edomites, because see, this is something. This is what the Bible say. The Bible say, Judah, we seek a sign. We want to see signs in the sky and shit. But the Greeks, the Grecians, the Edomites, they seek knowledge. They seek information. All right? So once we all coming out with this shit, is the truth is going to supersede the lie. They either these Edomite YTs is either going to be saying I'm a descendant, I just wax pale, or I was once a servant to your people, or my forefathers completely stole your identity. This is what can happen. Want me to say that again? They could say either, I descend from you, I just wax pale, or I used to be a servant, my forefathers used to be a servant to your forefathers in the dark ages. Or some real ones could just say, my forefathers stole your forefathers' legacy and heralds and castles and gold and diamonds and shields and crowns and scepters and orbs and everything and robes and holy robes. Everything is yours. This is what they're going to say to us once all of us start coming out with this history. And then we crown a Stewart king. Once we crown a Stewart king, we have order. The Bible says, look towards the old ways. Look towards the old paths. All right? And why not put our Stewart family back into power? Because they're the ones that gave us our Bible. And they translated us. They gave it to us. It wasn't remixed. They gave us the Apocrypha. They gave it to us. The Stewart family. So any black man you see with the surname Stewart, you say thank you. Thank you. He ain't even going to know what you're talking about. Just tell him thank you. Your last name's Stewart, thank you. He's going to be like, huh? Because we don't recognize each other no more. We don't love each other no more. This shit right here, man, listen, man. We raised that Stewart child up. You get 12 elders. Every month, that elder got 1 month with that Stewart child. From each and every last popping Hebrew Israelite camp with sound doctrine. That's with everybody. That's not saying, oh, we don't associate with no other Israelite camp. We don't want you around us. Get away. All right? This is for unity and unity's sake. We all raise up this one child. We all raise up that one child. Let him get the doctrine, sound doctrine, from 12 elders. He get taught by each elder a month, an elder a month, for 12 months, for 14 years. For 12 years. Until that young child is able to talk and move like a noble he was born to be. Like the royalty he is born to be. The Stewart family is royalty because they're the only family in America and the Americas throughout the world, wherever they're scattered, that can claim descent to Jesus Christ, to Yahushua. Their lineage can do that. You want to dig into it? Dig into it. Ask Google. Go ask Google. Go ahead. Google won't lie to you, but they got to tell you a little bit of the truth. They got to tell you the truth. They're going to tell you, yeah, he believed it. Hold on. Let me. This is from AI. I got this from AI. All right. Hopefully. All right. Was King James a descendant? I'm going to let y'all see it. Everything highlighted. You know what I'm saying? Was King James a descendant of King David? Now, we know King James was a Stewart. Am I correct? King James Stewart. James Jacob Stewart. Yet, the most important of all his education was his knowledge. See, it says yet, the most important of all his education was his knowledge of the history of his royal lineage. All right, Stewart family. All right, if you got your surname from your father's father, and your father's father was a Stewart, and his father was a Stewart, and his father was a Stewart, this is to y'all niggas. This is to y'all niggas. King James knew and maintained the faith that he was a descendant of King David, traceable back to Fergus the First, and from there through the kings of Ireland, King James the Sixth, and the first political writings. That's where you can find that out. So we need to treat the Stewart child like baby Jesus. We need to be hunting them down. That's how we need to treat this baby Stewart child, like baby Jesus. We need to hunt him down. And all the Stewarts, we need to put all of them away. They need to get tucked and raised up and start speaking this shit, because nobody can refute this shit. We got in this book, Jacobite Gleaning. In Jacobite Gleaning, there's a Stewart coming into the colonies as a prisoner of war, as an indentured servant. Yes, coming into the colonies, not as royalty, but as a prisoner of war. Y'all don't hear me, man. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. Straight up. Y'all really don't hear me, B. If y'all niggas love y'all people and y'all want us to be a people, a nation, once again, raise up a Stewart child. Go grab up ISUPK and IUIC and Watchmen for Israel and House of Israel and Sons of Thunder and Believers of the Way. Go tell them, yo, y'all niggas need to go find a Stewart child and all put it in as a collective family to raise that child. And that way we could form a nation. We could all hover around that child and form a nation. Y'all can have y'all little Israelite camps, y'all groups, y'all congregation. But when it comes to this one child, all that shit is out the window. We're going to treat this child like baby Jesus. But y'all ain't ready for that, because y'all stiff-necked, y'all selfish. Y'all want all the glory next to Yahweh Shah in Christ, in Yahweh. Y'all camp leaders and elders and generals, y'all, they want the power just like they want the glory next to Yahweh Shah. I'm not saying they want his glory, but they want the second glory. They want the third glory. They want to say Yahweh. They want to say Yahweh Shah, then me, then him, then the general, or the bishop. But it don't work like that, because y'all not stewards. This shit go to the stewards. And it stays with the stewards until Christ comes. And that's sound doctrine. And this is how we can form a nation. And this is how we can put everybody in position, back into their position. Because the world is bigger than America, man. England, Ireland, and Scotland is damn near empty, waiting for y'all return. Waiting to be built back up. And y'all names is on it. This is why it's hitting. Y'all got land. It's a book called the Doomsday Book, written in 1066, I believe, by King Williams. By William the Conqueror. It was a taxation book where he was going around, laying taxes on the realm, because he was in rulership as a king do. And now, in that book, it got each and every last one of y'all niggas' family, relatives, names, and lands listed in which I had to pay the king. So if you look in that book, it'll show, if your last name there, it'll show you where your family, where your name is at, where your family was once to dwell, and how much cattle y'all had, and how much cattle y'all gave up, how much property y'all, how much, you know what I'm saying, how much y'all gave. The Doomsday Book by William the Conqueror. All y'all family names is in that book, with y'all lands and titles and shit in there. But they don't want this to come up, because they don't want y'all to start knocking on doors. Because once y'all start knocking on doors, niggas is going to start running out the back door. They're going to start running out the back door. And then there's going to be an EMP attack, because they're going to shut down the computers. All this is going to happen once this history come out. That's why they don't want this history to come out. Because I promise you, once we start knocking on them doors in the British Isles and claiming our descent, claiming our heralds, the EMP attack, shut down their computers. They're researching too much. They're digging too deep. This is why we buy our books. This is why we get the books firsthand. So if they do that, we coming with the books and bags. We're gonna have YTs that don't have Black European ancestry in them, and we're gonna have them tote our books. They're gonna be book toters on their backs. Once they drop the EMP, if I'm saying it right. Because this history is beautiful. And this history is a treasure. All that shit that they've been hiding is in the Vatican. They're going to start opening up the vaults in the Vatican and start giving our shields, our crowns, our scepters, our orbs. They're going to start giving our shit, our Bibles, our family records. That's what we really want. We want our family records, because they have all our family records in the Vatican. But y'all niggas think y'all African. Know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas think y'all from Egypt. The only time we was in Egypt is when we came out of Egypt from being out of bondage. And y'all niggas still think y'all there. We ain't there no more. Y'all niggas think we ain't Muslims. No. No, we Jews, we Israelites, we Benjamites, we Levites. We Ephraimites. Alright? Our history is written. And the Most High told us, when the end is near, we know that the end is near, because knowledge shall increase. And knowledge is increasing. Because I wasn't talking this talk 3 years ago. I ain't know all this history 3 years ago. So if I'm saying this little bit, how much more when somebody with a better tongue and a handsomer face and a brother with more charisma could bring this message out. Because I'm not doing this for us. I'm doing this for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Because we already set in our mind. This is why we have Hebrew Israelite leaders, brothers that's running whole congregations that can't see eye to eye with another Hebrew Israelite brother that's running a whole congregation. These are two powerful men that's supposed to be in the truth of the Most High Yahweh, and they fighting with each other. That's not truth. That's not truth. That shit is scary. You know what I'm saying? That's scary. Y'all niggas claim that y'all in the truth, but y'all can't see eye to eye. Y'all niggas don't love each other. Y'all niggas is beefing and fighting over camp spots. Y'all niggas is making videos about one nigga pegging like it's madness. Israel right now is madness. Israel is madness. Israelite camps are for the world right now. I'ma say it straight out. ISUPK, Sakari, all y'all niggas right now. From ISUPK and Sakari, and that shit, y'all niggas is worldly right now. Y'all for the world. Y'all niggas is on whack 100. Y'all on no jumper. They got the Hebrew Israelite camps on no jumper, arguing over folly. It takes a Stewart, man, to bring back order. All right? Through this child, we could get unity, because the Stewart clan is known for unity. The Stewart clan unified England, Ireland, and Scotland. when it was black. Yes. Yes. But the Eastern Byzantine Empire fell and the Western Roman Empire rose, and they threw darts at the kingdom and they stuck. Bullseye. So we must raise up the Stewart child, teach him sound doctrine, put him on the TV, dress him up, put him on the TV, put him on YouTube, and be like, yo, listen, Israelite camps, y'all niggas ain't got the truth. My family brought y'all the Bible. If it wasn't for my family, y'all wouldn't be reading out that. Y'all be reading the fucking Quran. If it wasn't for my family. My family dictated the usher in of Christ. Y'all could have got any doctrine. My family could have gave y'all any doctrine. And y'all would have took it. Because we were king. But we gave y'all the records of our forefathers. The Bible. This is what the Stewarts can say. This is what the Stewart family can say. Any black man with the surname Stewart who got it from his paternal side can say this shit. He can chastise any Israelite leader, any Israelite general, only if he have sound doctrine. And he can unify us. Is a Stewart out there in the Hebrew Israelite camp that know but don't know, but know but don't know? I'm talking to you, nigga. If you can't do it, we're going to do it with your son. Your son is Stewart. You a Stewart, right? Israelite, Hebrew, right, bro? You a Stewart, right, bro? All right, your son, we're going to make him the one. Or we're going to get you with a sister, and y'all going to have a baby, and we're going to name him James or Charles just to be funny. Just to be Hebrew, just to follow the old paths. Just to make the government say, yo, these niggas is acting up. These niggas is acting up. They might not even want to drop the bomb. They might not even want to drop nukes. All jokes aside, the power of the Most High. They might want to say, let's see where this shit go. But, they know the book of Obadiah. And they know prophecy, man. Prophecy is prophecy. It's prophecy. And so it's going to happen. I'm just trying to speed it up. Because they got to come to us. The Bible says in Jeremiah 16:19, O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction. All right? This is during the day of affliction. It says, and affliction mean, right? During the day of pain. All right? It says the Gentiles. All right, the Edomites, the YTs, the thieves, shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth. That's from all ends, all of Europe. All right, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. That can only happen if we bring out this Afro-European history, your surname history. Because lo, the Israelites is doing it with the Jews already. Some of them is already coming to them Hebrew Israelite brothers and saying, Jeremiah 16:19. It's happening. It's happening. You know what I'm saying? You already see them YTs kissing them brothers on the highways and hedges, boots. It's happening. But when you bring the surnames involved and the family affairs involved, now that's when the pot is stirring. Now, the real gonna pop. You're gonna see the real. You're gonna see the fake. This is when the African, all them Hamites that's in our round, that's caught up in the fold, the Hamites and the Edomites. Because yes, we have black Edomites and black Hamites in America with us, moving like they're us, but they're not us because their color is black and their mama is black. We think they're black, but no, they're not black. When this history come out, when this surname history come out, and the facts of it come out, Pandora box is going to open. everybody's skin, everybody's going to be naked. Butt ass naked. Your ass going to be out. Your ass going to be out. Your whole body going to be out. You're going to be exposed. But you're covered. Low. If you are a descent. We are descendants of heralds, man, that they're stealing from us. But only if we inquire, we could reap the benefits. Only if we inquire. Alright? Only if we inquire. We have to inquire. We need to put a steward, we need to put a steward in the forefront of Black America. Black America has no leaders, and there will be no leaders ever again, unless Yahweh shall crack the clouds, or we raise up a steward child. Why do I say raise up a steward child? Because the Stewart clan brought us the Bible, translated the Bible, taught us who Christ was. If it wasn't for the Stewarts, we wouldn't know Christ. We wouldn't know the Holy Word. We'll fuck around, would have been all Muslims praying to Muhammad and Rahim, or whatever that nigga name is. Bishmahim, whatever that shit is. You know what I'm saying? And that's real shit. I'm not even trying to be funny. It's real talk. So this is why we put a steward back in the forefront. Have 12 elders teach this steward child. Each elder get 1 month with this steward child. It goes around 12 months. Every month for 10 years, for 7 years, for 14 years. Until that young child has the mouthpiece of a messenger. Because yes, we can raise messengers. The Most High gave us the power to raise up messengers. For the angels to implant that holiness, that holy glow in them, we got the power to do that. Thus, with knowledge, with this information that we have. Right? So if we do this, and then put them in the forefront, put the steward child in the forefront, dress him up, throw a crown on him, and bring out the divine right of kings. We coming at them with the divine right of kings. Now all you Moors who specialize in the UCC and all this other, and all the Black Law Dictionary, now we can make it make sense. When we put a steward in the forefront, everything makes sense. The Black Law Dictionary, everything makes sense. All right? We can do that. We have the power. Why we have the power? Because we have the knowledge. We have all the books. We have all the books. We have all the books. I think I showed y'all all the books that I got. Israel and Britain. This is for my FBBs. Foundational Black Brits. Israel and Britain. You know, we got the books that's claiming who we are. Now, a lot of us don't want it. Because you have to read, you have to discipline yourself. And a lot of us ain't ready for that. But you know what's going to happen? Circumstances, the world, the Most High is going to cause something to happen on this earth to where y'all going to be looking for the prophets. Y'all going to be looking for brothers like me. Brother, y'all going to be looking for us. And it's almost going to be too late. You know what I'm saying? So get this heat now. Join up with brothers now that have sound doctrine. Learn the truth. Get out there and do your own thing. I'm not telling you to get with people, learn and stay. Learn the truth and then raise up your household. Learn the truth, raise up your household. All right? And if you're going to get down with an Israelite camp, you got to raise up a steward. Or this right here is a cult. if we not beefing with each other, if we beefing with each other, if we saying that we all believe in Yahweh Shah, in Yahweh, but we can't sit down and dialogue with each other, that's a cult. Y'all niggas is in a cult. Y'all niggas is in a gang. It's a gang. You know what I'm saying? It's a domination. Y'all niggas is in dominations. It ain't no, that ain't nobody. Y'all niggas ain't in nobody. I don't care if it's a trillion of y'all over there. And there's only 50 of us over here. If y'all not together, that shit is not a body. Y'all trillion over there, shit is still not a body. Because y'all got 50,000, y'all got 50 over here that believe in the same shit that y'all believe in, but y'all just don't see eye to eye. It's not a body. Alright? It's a denomination. Until we all come together, everybody that's claiming to be a Hebrew Israelite, until we all come together, then we are a body of the Messiah, of the Most High, and Yahweh. Alright? That's only until we come together as a body. Alright? So let's be a beacon to the world. Learn our surnames so our Latin brothers can learn their surnames. Because we got the books teaching us that the Spaniards were black. Yes. Once the Spanish brothers, once we realize who we are and start knocking on Britain door, we'll teach our Morenos, the Moreno Spaniards that's in Latin America, like DR, PR, Mexico, wherever, Panama, wherever. They could be like, yo, listen. My name is Perez. Perez is from Judah. Perez is Judah. I'm knocking on the door. Spain, you owe me something. You know what I'm saying? And then knowledge shall increase. And then they gonna drop them EMP nukes. They gonna fuck up the internet. And you know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? And then the dark ages all over again. But I'm gonna end this off, man. I hope y'all was edified. Raise up a Stewart child to be the king of Israel for unity's sake. They brought in the Bible. They translated the Bible. They could have gave us anything, but they gave us the book of their forefathers, who are our forefathers. They let us know this. The Stewarts, all that, Mr. Stewart, your dean, your principal, your teacher, the police officer, the black police officer, the black judge, the black CO, the black thug, the street nigga, your Code D, the Stewart. If your surname's Stewart, you that deal, man. I'm signing off. Shalom.